It's been 5 years? I should do an anniversary video. But of what?
What about doing that one Rivals video?
Nah,
What about a FNAF video?
saving up for 1K.
Why not talk about your favorite Fortnite season? Your season reviews are pretty good, and you do a lot of Fortnite.
That's not bad. 5 years later and I'm practically a Fortnite YouTuber. Nah, I wouldn't say that. I do a lot of Fortnite content, but I'm a variety. And I'm doing a lot of commentary, mostly Fortnite, but there's some video Fortnite related in the works. Like for FNAF months and the 1K specials and 2 others. Anyways, this video is talking about my favorite Fortnite season and a controversial one. But do I give a fuck? Nah. Not really. Why would I care if someone gets mad about my favorite season? So let's go. Let's get into it. Talking about the story, or at least try to. This girl isn't a go-to source for Fortnite lore, I'll tell you that. Go to my friend Thunder for that. Anyways, let's start with the story. Weapon loopholes, updates, at least I try to. Battle pass, and just stuff in general. Reload, collabs, and community thoughts. So let's start.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Ooh.
First, let's get the story out of the way. Because why not? It was a decent story. Not the best, but not shit. The story starts from that bitch Zeus. Real fucking asshole. Got pissy. He cursed the island with a sandstorm. And what's along with the sandstorm came Wastelanders. And their leader, Megalodon. And he wants to have his ship run through the island to uncover something. I don't think the Chapter 5 island had a 0 point or a shard. Maybe it did? We don't know. We never knew about that. Whatever he wants though is on the island, it's probably in a box of power. So each week we find the Wastelanders have a piece of a gem that we have to get back to Hope and Jones. And they are regrouping after fighting the Greek gods. Not fighting, defeating the Greek gods.
Jones, you're late.
I just dethroned the King of Olympus. I think I've earned some downtime.
First of all, we dethroned the King of Olympus. Second, no. I've been watching Megalodon. I don't like what I see.
I don't care.
Bring your friend.
Okay.
They better not kill my husband. I'll have a word with Jones and Hope. I don't really care if they're recovering from Geno's sabotage. Don't fuck with my family. Anyways, back to the topic. We get these gems from 3 bad guys, and I forgot one of the other ones, like how you get it, but yeah, there's 4, and then the water puddle's back. I forgot her name, but I don't really care either enough to look up. Let's call her Putty. Yeah, Putty, the talking puddle. She's explaining to Hope that you have these powers, and she had these visions of the future, but she also has gained the power of Pandora, or have it with her. I believe her sister had it too because of the flame effect thing, and she was trying to find the box for more power. But we see how that caused more pain. But after finding something to complete class, we get an audio log of Hope feeling more powerful, and she doesn't want Jones to know.
Something about being around these gems. It makes me feel, I don't know, nauseous, but in a good way. And this headache. And the visions. Don't tell Jones. I don't want him to worry. And we're so close to getting the good ending here.
I get it. She doesn't want Jones to know, but telling us, like, the looper's gonna end up forgetting. So, like, why tell us? Like, we're gonna remember. Oh well. So that's basically the story until a live event where it's revealed that Pandora's box was underneath Red Line Rig, and this wanderer guy that was wandering around the island ended up being Dr. Doom, and he blew up the rig from Megalodon and probably killed everyone else. And it kind of sucks because, like, everyone saw the Wanderer this season and was like, that's gonna be Doom, and they were right because of a roadmap leak. Anyways, though, the story was semi-decent. Not the best, but not the worst. Yeah, there's really not much else for me to say about the story. Chapter 5, for as much hate as it gets, has some of the greatest battle passes. This one being my favorite, and the last exclusive one. Because as we've seen recently, Absolute Doom came back. some of it came back to the shop. Yeah, some of the stuff is still exclusive, but there's still enough for it. And anyways, if you have enough money, you should get the battle pass. 8 skins for 800 V-Bucks these days. That's a great deal. Anyways, back to the Wrecked pass. Tier 1 being one of my mains at one point for last year, and I love the super styles and loved using it on the Machinist. And then we have Rust, not Rust Lord reskin or remix, just more so someone taking up the mantle with the same health kit. Rust Lord is light, Rust is black, so it's definitely not the same person. This guy also confirmed a Metallica collab that was coming out later this year. If the teaser didn't already play.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
So yeah, anyways, up next is, and one of my favorite meme skins, Peabody. I love this goofy ass boy, he's so goofy. And next we have Jojo Siwa.
Oh, hell no.
Ringmaster Scar. Then we have the T60 power armor. I'm not super big into Fallout. I did 2 videos on it, and I liked it. I like the Wasteland vibe, and a lot of the main reason why I love the season. I tried making my own Wasteland series back in 2020. It's still in development, because I do not know when I'll ever release it, but I do want to do it one day. Anyways, back to the Fortnite. This collab was weird. It got Battle Pass items, it got an item in shop, and it got like 2 items in game. We'll talk about those later. We know it's promo for the show, but like we could have got a skin for Ghoul or Lucy. Praying that happens one day. Anyways, back to the past, we got Bright Raider, really cool reskin. I love this version of Bright Bomber. Then we got the boss man himself, Megalodon. Really cool Bane looking skin. Then for our secret skin, we had Magneto, which led into the Marvel season. He had a Wastelander style, and it's pretty cool. And he brought an item that we'll talk about later. And I love that they made him like fit in, at least like theme wise. I wish they would do that with more battle passes. It was really good. Anyways, yeah. Oh, about Magneto, he was the last secret one. No, not the last, but he was in a batch of last secret skins that could be unlocked through quest. Before, you had to do through quest. In chapter 6, you could unlock it through levels, which was annoying. And now there's no secret skin for chapter 7 newbies. The wiki says there's weapons up next. Oh yes, the weapons this season. For the boss items, there are 3 medallions, when those existed. First up, for killing Meg.
Shut up, Meg.
You get a Mystic Combat Shotgun with a medallion of Infinite Nitro, which was pretty much, Nitro was this thing where you could just go through the buildings and slam through like wood and stuff, along with having infinite sprint. And yeah, it was crazy, it was fun. And then we had the Mystic Nitro Fist. For killing Stinky, you got a coin that gave you up to 75 shield, a Mystic Combat AR, and that's really it besides shield. And for killing Scar, you got a medallion for infinite ammo when paired with her Mystic Boom Bolt. That was a force to be reckoned with. After killing the boss, you would take the coin that you got, take it down to a cage, and it would open to a car. And the boss cars were awesome, for the most part. I don't care if they got nerfed and they weren't that fun, I still liked them. Anyways, there's also, I almost forgot about talking about the challenges. So you can fight my dog. Why? Or you can fight Oscar and both get crazy mythic shotguns. Or you can go to Loot Island and get the conductor shotgun. As of July 11th, 2026, he still does not have a skin in the game. Alright, back to our standard loophole. For all guns that can be modded, almost every gun can except for one, we got the Combat AR, I love you. Maybe not bullet drop version, but I love you. The TAC AR, I don't like it as much as I did back in chapter 5, but okay. Why are you here? No one asked for you. No one asked for you! Alright. It was alright in chapter 7. It sucked here. Yeah. And then for shotguns, we had the Gatekeeper and the Combat Shotgun. No Frenzy this season. And we had the Hammer Pump. Whatever the fuck that did. And then we had the Hargebringer SMG and the Thunderburst. Oh yeah, if you guys were seeing my showdown thing. Oh shit, I'm gonna make someone nostalgic, aren't I?
God fucking damn it, what if? I just got over it. Now you're gonna make me nostalgic again? Fuck you.
Anyways, if you've seen that, you know I love that gun. And then we had the standard Flintlock at one point, and the Deagle. I'll talk about the Flintlock later. There was also still the Huntress DMR, which was... If you're still using that, what the fuck? And then we had our first unmoddable weapon in the season, besides that Flintlock that was only a limited time. Fortnite, look at you, fucking lied. We had the Impact Sniper for KArt specifically. We also had the Boom Bolt, which was fun, and then those Nitro Fists, just non-mythic. And then, like I mentioned in the beginning part, we also had Nitro, and I already explained. I don't feel like explaining it again. Alright, for locations, half the map got covered in sand. So we have 3 new locations, and a demo location. Okay, Sandy Steeps took out Snooty Steeps, or Steps, whatever you wanted to call it, whatever it was called. And that's where Peter was, if you just know it from that. It took that over, it broke like half the POI is covered in sand. Then we had Brutal Beachhead, which was pretty much just a small version of the Shark from Chapter 2, but stuck up on the island. And it's the base of Meg. And then we had Redline Rig, which is just a giant engine, but with where the machinist base was, pretty much. And we had the Nitro Drome. Man, what the fuck? It's always Nitro Dome. No one ever called it the Nitro Drome to my knowledge. This shit was awesome. We had Metallica playing at one point. We had Bad Reputation. We had Cherry Bomb, which I'm pissed didn't get a track. I'm still waiting. And then we had, if you have copyright off, it would play Epic Original Track, which was actually pretty fun instead of just going full on quiet. And this was home to Scar, which fits her because she is chaotic.
Fall Guys Battle Pass. I just nut, I couldn't last. Booted up my Wii U, cause I need you to get that Fall Guys Battle Pass.
Collabs this season was some of the best. First, we had fucking Metallica. This was the time I was getting right into them. Kill Them All was my favorite album. No one cares! Anyways. For the Metallica Festival season, it was the first time and the only time we got 4 outfits in the main pass. Not making that mistake again. Anyways, yeah, we had 4 more in the shop. So, yeah, unlike Gorillas, which I love Gorillas, but, like, could have been better. Anyways. We also had, like, these, like, Puppet Master ones in the shop, and I'm hoping that Red Style was a style that kills them all. Anyways, we had a lot of jam tracks from this. Was the last time we got, like, a bunch of jam tracks for one artist, and it was 14 tracks. At least that's what Momo told me. Anyways. And we had 2 car decals. I only got the one because I did not give a shit about playing Rocket Racing. Sure, the island was cool, but like, yeah. And then we also had the Metallica Island, which also had a memorial to Cliff. Rest in peace, Cliff. And then we had Fallout, which was technically first was Nuka-Cola, but then we also had a gun. And I think there was a location on the map that was supposed to be for Fallout, but it wasn't like a marked location or anything. And the laser rifle was alright. And then we had Magneto. He was available, and his item was pretty fun. It was like a glove that would throw stuff. So yeah, basic, but it was fun. And then we had Pirates of the Caribbean. This had like a mini event pass because Chapter 5 had like pretty much all of those. With 2 Captain Jack Sparrow skins, one of them being a skeleton. You had a free glider you could unlock. And we also had a mini pirate POI. And then we had 3 other skins. Davy Jones, Captain Barbossa, and Elizabeth Swan. You had a ship in a bottle item, which would go through almost anything. Could kill people. And then lastly, our last collab is Fall Guys. Yeah, I don't know how else to describe it. So yeah. My dumbass forgot to put reload in. I had to type this section up real quick. Anyways, I enjoyed the mode, but not as much as these days. I'll still play it. But reload started this season specifically. I believe it was rushed out to get it out for that for like people quitting the game. It's a great mode. it gave us hit scan in a time of bullet drop. Don't really see a difference, but hey, you do you. And I just don't play it as much anymore. But the real big reason why people went to this mode is because Wrecked was not good to them. And this one had hit scan, and everyone was hung up that, bullet drop was bad. Sure, it wasn't the greatest thing, but it wasn't that bad. Also, you gotta remember too, this was a time where it was only squads or duos. Yeah, if you wanted to play solo, you had to go into like duo no fill, and that was very risky. Cause I don't think you had the reload feature. So there's that. I believe that's it for reload. Let's go talk about the communities. So community thoughts. I have 6 comments that I picked out that I only got on my post. So let's start with that. Dub said, as much as I love this season, and I think it's one of my favorites, I can see where some of the community was coming from. With some of the items being a little unbalanced, and I think peak Wrecked was during the first few weeks of the season, where everything was just crazy. I think it was a really I think it was also a really perfect summer season. Yeah, I agree there, but the summer event sucked. I really enjoyed the fact that the season completely changed the meta in a way we never seen before. I haven't really seen it since. I'm really hoping that they can bring the mode back in some LTM or something, which I thought would be worked on, but I could be misremembering. You're not. It was talked about before. Because it was a ton of fun, just having one person driving and one person using the turret or launcher. It felt like a literal movie. And even if you hated the season, it introduced Reload for the first time, which was heavily loved. And I can agree with all that. Like, it was really more fun during the beginning of the season, but it was still, to me, it was always fun. Maxima said it's one of my favorite seasons of all time. The gameplay was amazing, the map was great, and we got updates pretty often. And these items were amazing, cars were great, and the battle pass was awesome. I do agree there, Maxima. I do agree very much. Banana said a season beyond overhate because of a change at the start of the season. But I think it was fine for the sake of not having fights be cars only in solo. Where you swap seats often. Yeah. Even had one of my favorite collabs of the year, Deadpool taking over the Twitter account. That was pretty funny. RoboJar said top 5 season of all time. It's overhated. Exactly. Provided said most hated season of Chapter 5, and yet it's still better than all the seasons after it, except Chapter 5, Season 4. Yeah, Absolute Doom was kind of mid to me. And lastly, Night King said good Battle Pass skins. And exactly. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Wrecked. Maybe one day my favorite Fortnite season will change, but as it stands, I love Wrecked so much. I love that with a fucking passion. I've been making content for the last 5 years, and I plan on doing so for another 5 more years. I am glad to hit 1K before 5 years. That was an awesome thing, thanks to a Digital Circus short. I'll see you on the road again for another 5 years for another 10 years subscriber 10 year special. I've been your host, What If, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Can we hang out sometime? I'm living 2 feet behind my eyes, and everything that I have tried, a million ways to stay the same, but I've got an axe to grind, a voice I have yet to find, songs I cannot transcribe, and I can't really play and stay in time. Whatever I do, I fall behind, but now we're a crew of 4 or 5, and when the whole room and world unwinds, I know we'll be fine.